The next briefing will be at 2:30 at Fire Station 14, where they will share more details with us as they come in. We have shared what we know so far, which is that several people have been killed. First, it was 3 people that MPD were telling us. The number got moved to 5. It is now being moved back down to 3. They killed the suspected shooter, who was a juvenile. They are not able to share any more details at this time in regards to them. They are also not able to share any details at this time in regards to the demographic of those who were either killed in this tragic incident or injured. They did say that 5 people were injured. Again, my IFB is coming in and out, so I don't know. Mark, you had mentioned the number 3. I don't know if that 5 injured has been changed, but that is what we were told during that 12:30 news conference. Again, more information is going to come in at 2:30 at Fire Station 14. That is the information that we have at this time. Okay. Evan, I need to put I don't have any gloves. I'm freezing out here. I can't feel my hands. Hold on. Yeah, can you give me 1 second? Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, Evan. Yeah. Absolutely. So from where I'm standing, again, I'm standing near the Quick Trip. I'm right in front of the Quick Trip on Buckeye Road. From where I am standing, this is the closest that we are able to get to the Reunification site, which is at SSM Health Dean Medical Group. You could kind of see that this fire truck here is giving these families some privacy, some much needed privacy at this time as they are being reunified with their loved ones. Now, as you had mentioned, 3 people were killed in this incident and 7 were injured. They do believe that the shooter was a juvenile, that person has also been killed. They are not able to share any additional details about them at this time. Now, when this call first came in, officers from around the county and the state responded and found multiple victims with gunshot wounds. All MMSD schools went on lockdown. However, there is no threat to MMSD schools. Again, Abundant Christian Life School is a private school. MMSD schools went on lockdown just to be safe. Now, you could see over here near Stoughton Road, officers are still redirecting traffic. They are coming over here, telling us what they can, when they can, and then we are relaying that information to you. They're still redirecting people, trying to get people to avoid this area. We could see a sheriff is over there, Madison police. This looks like it is a state patrol car. I could be wrong from where I'm standing, but that is what it looks like from over here. That over there is Stoughton Road. So it looks like they're still redirecting people who could be possibly going to the SSM Health Dean Medical Group to be reunified with their loved ones. You could see earlier today there was a long line of people just waiting to be reunified. And that line has since cleared. First responders did an amazing job of getting people into this area where they need to be and keeping people safe while doing so. That is the information that we do have at this time. Again, at 2:30, there is going to be another news conference with any additional information at Fire Station 14, and we are going to have those details readily available for everybody. Absolutely. So earlier today when we had first arrived, there were sirens, there were dozens of squad cars, dozens of first responder vehicles with their lights on, telling people, hey, you need to avoid this area. They were redirecting traffic. Now, as you mentioned, things have quieted down a little bit. I also think that is because there is no longer the line of cars over here. There's no longer the hum of that cars. You could almost feel that anticipation that was coming out of those cars of people who were trying to get to that reunification site with their loved ones. Sorry, it's a little emotional out here. Like you had mentioned earlier, there were parents, you could just see them running towards SSM Health Dean Medical Group with the hopes that their loved ones were okay. So. Okay. Are you okay?
Go for something warm about now. You know, after I was like, I hope that's mud. You know, after all this, after you stand out here, somebody's going to go in and go, oh, those gloves, she's got man hands. Network is here.
Mm-hmm.
Or Chicago, one or two.
Evan, can you hear me?
Jesus Christ. Turn her down a little bit. Holy Christ. Yeah, I will definitely keep an eye out for that bus. I'm not seeing one at this time near Buckeye Road again. I'm standing in front of the Quick Trip, and I want to share something that I saw. A worker from this Quick Trip came out with a cart, tons of water bottles on it. This kind of just shows the community impact that this is going to have. Coming out, I'm sure she did not anticipate this. Oh, excuse me, just a moment. I will get back to this. However, this bus is coming through on Buckeye Road here. It's being escorted by squad cars, as you can see. We're going to see if it's going to turn to the SSM Health Dean Medical Group. It appears that the bus is going to be turning in. As Chloe had mentioned, we believe that there are students on this bus. Again, this is on the 4900 block of Buckeye Road, standing right in front of that Quick Trip, the SSM Health Dean Medical Group. It looks like they are pulling in, and this is the moment that some of these parents have been waiting since they got here for.
Yeah, I think it's. Something for that too, and not a lot of good stuff. So should I skip those or just let it play? Just let it play. Okay.
Yes, so right in front of the bus, I'm not sure if the camera was able to pick it up or not, but there is a group of people, and it looks like many of them have the vests on, that they're police personnel or first responders, law enforcement, anybody involved in that, just kind of waiting to greet the students as they come off of the bus. We believe that there are students on this Madison Metro bus that came from Abundant Christian Life School, where Chloe Morrissey was, over here to the SSM Health Dean Medical Group. Now, I want to talk a little bit about earlier. I had mentioned that, you know, this just shows how this is impacting the community, that this is not just those who are involved in this incident, but this is a community incident. I'm standing right here on Buckeye Road, right in front of this Quick Trip, and we are seeing some of the workers coming out with carts just full of the water bottles, bringing it to the people who are over here. And as they were coming back, you could just see the emotion on their face. You could just see it. To me, it looked like horror on their face of what they possibly heard, saw, the emotions that they were trying to grasp as this is happening in real time. You could see here that they have moved this fire truck here. We believe it is to offer some much needed privacy for these families at this time and for the students who may be getting off the bus at this time. There's still a couple of cars lined up over here. We believe that they're trying to get to that reunification site over there. People are still directing traffic. We had the police, Village of Oregon police over here. Now, Chief Sean Barnes did say that officers from around the county, around the state, people from the FBI were calling him. People are responding to this scene. It's been an all hands on deck situation for law enforcement. Now, around 2:30 at Fire Station 14, we will be getting an update from law enforcement from Madison Police Department about any details that they may be able to share at this time. As we mentioned, that number of who has been killed in this incident and who has been injured in this incident is fluctuating, but the numbers that we have as of right now is 3 people killed, 7 people injured. The juvenile who is believed to be the suspect in the shooting is deceased at this time. The threat has been neutralized. MMSD schools did go on lockdown a little bit earlier today. However, Abundant Christian Life School is a private school. Those schools, there is no threat to those schools at this time. When that information comes out at the 2:30 news conference, we will be sure to share that with you. At this time, there is only one bus. We've only seen one so far. That is the first one that I have seen. I haven't seen any others. So there is just one bus here at this time, and it's kind of pulled a little ways away, again, to give those families the privacy that they deserve at this time. When do they want us to head out to the... Are we going to the fire station?
I have no idea. About the only crew out here. You know, we got one up the road, but hopefully days and all of them. Yeah. So our staff was.
Sorry to hear that.
Well, you know, when you get these big companies going to buy stations, you don't do it at a TV station. We're at the scene, guys. We're at the scene.
Evan, do you know who is going to Station 14? I just don't know, like, okay.
I see ABC on your jacket. I'm with ABC News. Good Morning America.
Oh, okay.
Do you have found anybody that you talked to guys yet?
No, yet. Not family or anything yet, just police.
As we kind of look for people at ABC as well.
Okay.
I may be here a while. You want to take my phone number real fast?
I'm about to do a hit, but in a second.
Where are you at?
No, we have not seen any other buses yet, I should say. We just saw the one. We have not seen another one yet. And again, that one bus that has pulled in, it has gone really far behind us. So it's kind of giving the much needed privacy that these families and students deserve at this time. Again, we have not seen another bus. So we've only seen one bus, and we believe there are students from Abundant Christian Life School on that bus, meeting at the Reunification Center with hopes of reuniting with their loved ones. As you can see behind me, there is no longer a line of parents waiting to get into the SSM Health Dean Medical Group parking lot to be reunified with their loved ones. Over down this way, closer towards Stoughton Road, police are still blocking off Buckeye Road and redirecting traffic and redirecting people who are trying to go through this way. I know, Mark, you had shared the address of this clinic, or excuse me, the the Dean Medical Group earlier today, police do want people to know to avoid the area unless you absolutely need to be over here. You can still see that they're redirecting. There's tons of agencies here that are responding. Chief Sean Barnes said that they are from across the state, across the county. People in the FBI were calling him, checking on his community. And he had mentioned, you could kind of hear the frustration in his tone as he was saying, this is our community now that we're talking about here. This is right in front of our faces here. This isn't in another community. This is the Madison community now. And you could hear the frustration, like I had said, in his voice. Somebody asked if the school had metal detectors. And again, he just said, this is a school. There shouldn't be metal detectors. We had mentioned earlier that as this information is coming in, it is fluid. It's an ongoing investigation. We do now know that the number has changed to 3 people are dead and 7 people are injured. Police did share that the juvenile suspect is dead at this time. The threat has been neutralized. MMSD schools also went on lockdown earlier today. There is no active threat to MMSD schools. Again, Abundant Christian Life School is a private school. However, MMSD schools went on lockdown just to be safe. There is no threat to those schools at this time. There still is not another bus coming our way. I'll pan a little bit. Let's take a look this way. You could kind of see right over here, first responders are still directing people on where to go. And you could see marked cars, unmarked cars, lights are still on. The sirens have died down a little bit. I know earlier today it was really loud. There was a long line, like I had said, of parents and family members just trying to get to their loved ones. I'm sure that there is a sigh of relief going on over near SSM Health for those who are being reunited with their family members. It doesn't look like, from where I'm standing, that the bus is still over there. The bus may have pulled out a little bit further away from us, but from where I'm standing, I no longer see the bus. I also mentioned earlier that there was a group of people standing in front of the Dean Medical Group that was like law enforcement, first responders, people who were clearly a part of police personnel waiting and standing with people. Earlier today, Mark, you had mentioned we saw this scene that keeps replaying in my head as well of parents that were just running to the reunification site with the hopes that their students are okay. Yeah, that was that. Yes, that's another thing that's going to stick with us who are here at the staging site. I don't think that Quick Trip worker came in today expecting that her day at work was going to look like this. But I saw her come out with a cart full of water bottles, and her and another woman were kind of sprinting past us, getting this cart to the reunification site, getting these water bottles to people who are standing over there. And it's small things like that where I'm sure it made all the difference. And when she was coming back, you could kind of just see the emotion on her face. You could feel the emotion here as well between the media outlets. Emotions are running high, and you could see, I think I described it earlier, just the look of horror on her face. And like I said, I don't think she was anticipating that, but it goes to show when community needs to come together, they come together. So yeah, I think that the people who were there are probably going to appreciate that small act of kindness that really, in my opinion, makes a little bit of a difference. Okay. Do you want to do it right now? Yeah. Evan, we're gonna change our camera battery. Can we pack up? Okay, sounds great. Thank you. Sounds great. Is Dade gonna meet us over there? Thank you. Okay.
Especially not here at the center yet. So we're still waiting around to really hear and get some more information about when these kids are going to be reunited with their parents, you know, where they're at currently, and just kind of getting the updates on that lockdown and everything. But at 2:30, we should have some more answers from the fire at the fire station with the presser with Sean Barnes. And then when I talked to a neighbor nearby, I think the biggest thing that he pointed out was just that he was just saying that he could never expect something like this to happen in his community. And you always hear about it on the news, always hear, you know, reporters talking about these things in different areas around the country. But to have it right in your backyard is something different. So that's all I got for now for you, Eric. But for now, reporting live on Madison's East Side, Meryl Hubbard, News 3 Now.
Bus pull up here, a Metro City bus pull up. Students in that bus. It was a rather large bus, so a lot of kids are inside. And hopefully those children are being reunited with their families right now. We still know a lot of kids are still down there where Elizabeth was reporting from earlier this morning, so they're not here yet. But hopefully those city buses are making the rounds and they'll be here with their parents very shortly. But we are expecting to hear once again from Chief Sean Barnes here, hopefully shortly, in about 3 minutes. Before he briefed the media at around 12:15, 12:30 today, and told us that there would be another media briefing around 2:30. We do know that 3 people are dead. One of those people includes the shooter. We don't know the other 2 victims, if they're students, teachers, or what grade they are in, how old they are, boy or girl. We don't have any of that.